Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the Blood, Sweat and Gears YouTube channel. My name's Stingy Roger and today I'm going to be taking you through the ultimate night riding setup. If you live in the UK, when you get home from work, it's dark in the winter. It gets dark around 4:45, 3:45. Everything's really muddy and it's miserable. But with these little tips, you're going to be able to ride all the way through the winter in the night time, and sometimes riding in the night time's really fun. If you've got a group of friends and you've all got the right equipment, it's a great laugh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop out on the bike in about 6 hours time when it gets dark, and then we'll come back and I'll run you through all the mods that I was talking about in the video and show you where to get them. There'll be links in the description, so stay tuned. Before we get into the video, I just want to say that I know that the lighting does look like it's a spotlight on the video, but I can assure you they are actually floodlit. It's just a GoPro and it's poor low level lighting sensitivity. So I'll insert a picture now of what it actually looks like here on the screen. But yeah, just bear this in mind when you watch the video. When I'm riding, it's actually almost like riding in daytime. So you might be wondering why I'm riding in the dark. I'll show you what it actually looks like in this forest right now. If I turn out my lights. Yeah, pretty dark. So tonight we're doing a forest ride. I just want to demonstrate to everyone and run through what I use and how easy it actually is to ride through the winter. For most people, when you get home from work, it's already dark. Here in the UK, it gets dark around 3:45 in the afternoon. It's pitch black, and you think, oh, I just wanted to go out for a ride. Now you can't. But it's very easily doable. However, lights are not the only thing you'll need. So in a minute, we'll quickly go through the items that you're going to need if you also want to go out in the night and hit some trails. Obviously it's not as fun as riding in the daytime if you're on your own, but when you're with a group of friends it can be really fun hitting the trails in the darkness. But yeah, I'll quickly run over it all while I'm riding, and then when it gets light tomorrow morning I'll then give you a full walk around so you can see exactly what they look like and how easy this stuff is to put on your bike. So starting off, the most important thing once it gets to winter is a good mud guard. Now, we share a lot of parts with mountain bikes. So my first thing, and probably the most essential, is this XL mud hugger. Now this is a big fender, it goes all the way back to below the controller. It also sticks out the front a little bit. You do not need it to stick out fully like a normal TALARIA standard guard, but this is great if you run these downhill style forks. Stops the mud flicking up, and that is also key because this light here illuminates all of that mud coming up and ends up just getting covered in crap, and you can't see where you're going because it's covered in mud. So the next thing is this Baja Designs S2 replica headlight. I got this off of eBay. It cost me about £30 here in the UK. It came within 2 days, and I've paired it up with my original illuminated light switch. Now, I'd recommend you get an illuminated light switch because if you haven't got the best headlight torch on your helmet, it's going to be hard to find that button, and sometimes this will dazzle people as you go past them. Maybe they're walking their dog or whatever. So yeah, it's key to have that so you can quickly turn it on and off like this. So the next, as you can see, I'm going through all this mud and nothing is coming up in front of the beam of light, which is great. The next item on this list is my Glowworm X2 helmet mounted light. Now this light is brilliant. I managed to get it on a deal a couple of years back when I was doing mountain biking. If you don't know, it's quite a common practice during the winter to do night rides. Lots of mountain bikers like to ride through the darkness with their friends, and this was designed for that. Now, due to the fact that lots of us wear mountain bike helmets or full face helmets that are the same as mountain bike helmets, this is great because that means that we can, just gonna have to hop this log. This is great because it means that it often marries up to our helmets perfectly. Now, although I have a Fox drop frame helmet, which is a mountain bike helmet, I've opted to use the Velcro strap that's supplied in the kit. So it just goes through the visor and holds the light in place. Now the benefit of having one of these helmets lights is that you can still wheelie. Having the handlebar light is great, but when you turn your head, the handlebar light still points forwards, or if you turn your handlebars, you can no longer see directly in front of you. So I recommend that you run both one of these and a helmet light. Now the Glowworm X2 is a 2000 lumen light. It also comes with a dimmable switch where you can also turn the light off. So if I go through the modes, so this is maximum brightness, this is one down, oh no, this is maximum brightness, that's one down, and that's the dimmest. So it's got 3 modes, and then if you press and hold it, you can turn it off completely. This is great because this one on my helmet would dazzle a car or a person walking towards me, as it does point quite high up. So it's best that you have the handlebar mounted switch. Now I believe that this set normally costs in the region of £150. I managed to grab it on a Black Friday sale a couple years back. I think I paid about £50 for it, which I think is an absolute bargain, and it's come in handy all the time. Connected to the light, which I'll show you in the morning, is a 7000 milliamp hour battery pack, so you can actually power this light on full brightness for 7 hours, and it's covered in heat sinks, so it never overheats. It's great. There you go, see? I can wheelie and still see where I'm going, and the mud hugger stops everything flicking in my face. I'm still perfectly dry on the front, my goggles aren't covered in rubbish. Now the last part of the puzzle, if you want to ride in the night time, personally I think, is glasses. Now goggles are great, they stop the wind getting around your eyes, they stop mud flicking up underneath, but I really do not think if you're wearing a balaclava you can get away without fogging them up. They're sealed units. You can use anti-fog, yeah, that's great, but as soon as you start to sweat, the humidity inside the goggles builds up. Now glasses give you a little bit of breathing room where they sit off of your face slightly. This allows you to keep them clean and keep them from condensating. It allows the cold air to circulate. Now let's be realistic, you're not going to be doing 70 miles an hour through a forest in the middle of the night. Even though you have good lights, you never know. That patch of darkness back there could be a parked car, for example, and on this loose ground you're going to slide straight into it. So I recommend you buy some glasses. You can't see this, but I'm wearing yellow tinted glasses. Now yellow tinted glasses are often used in hunting or sports when you need high contrast. This also comes into play at night time, because I'm seeing all of these lights as yellow, and yellow's good because it stops the glare. Now I will attach an image here explaining exactly why the yellow tinted glasses benefit in low light situations. Also when it's raining you can see through the rain rather than the rain reflecting the light. But yeah, I will attach an image now so you can take a look for yourselves. But yeah, all of these little things come together to make for a really good nighttime riding experience, because as you can see I have no trouble seeing where I'm going. I have no trouble with the mud, even though I'm going through a bog. My headlight is perfectly clean, there's nothing on my glove. But yeah. Now for me, I would normally light my headlight mount underneath the visor. It just looks a bit neater, but tonight I'm using my GoPro on that mount, so I had to go on top of my helmet. But it's still great. I'm really impressed. So as promised, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you all the individual parts. I'm going to tell you where I got them, how much they cost, and yeah. So here's the front mudguard. It's not the most attractive thing in the world, but it is the most effective mudguard I've used. This dirt is old dirt, but as you can see, the light hardly got any mud on it. It covers far enough out the front so that mud doesn't flick up directly into your face, and it also covers pretty much all the way down the back. So it's actually more effective than the standard mudguard that would have came with these bikes. But this is great because if you've got these downhill bombers, Fox 40s, something like that, you can still use them. And all you need to do to take it off is undo these little rubber bands, and it comes straight off, so you can put it on and off within minutes. So next up is the headlight. As you can see, this is a very small, neat and tidy headlight. It comes with the mount bracket, and it's a replica of the Baja Designs S2 Pro. So one side of the light is a floodlight and the other side is a single spotlight. I've partnered this up with this glowing on-off switch. So this is a really nice and quite a firm press, so you're not going to accidentally be pressing it. Gives you a nice audible click once you've clicked it, and the wire is nice and thin, so it can just go down and go inside your bike and be out of the way nicely. So here is my helmet. As you can see, I have the Glowworm X2 mounted to the top of the headlight. It has a cable that comes out of it, and this goes to a power bank. So this is a 7,000 milliamp hour power bank that can power this for 7 hours on full charge. Gives you a little indication of how much is left in it on the top once you plug it in and turn the light on. Now you can use this light by pressing the button on the back and toggle through the brightnesses or dim it, or you can use the switch on my handlebars. So this gives a nice audible tactile click as well. So the light now is actually on because they're paired, as you can see. And I will just turn that off, press and hold, and that light will go off. There we go, it's off. So what I love about this is the kit comes with lots of different mounts. You can either stick a sticky mount on your helmet. I use this Velcro strapped one because underneath here is where I mount my GoPro. But if I'm not filming, I will mount this light underneath here so it's tucked away and doesn't stick up. But yeah, that's great. I really, really, really recommend this light. 2000 lumens doesn't sound like a lot of light, but it really is. I will insert a picture now of what it actually looks like, because I know on the video the GoPro doesn't have great low light sensitivity, so it does make it look like a spotlight, but it's not. It's really, really bright. Now the last thing on this list are these yellow glasses. Now if I give you a demonstration, so what you're looking through now is actually my yellow glasses. Now these just increase the contrast between colors, which is perfect when you're in a low light level situation. When you remove it, everything seems a bit gray and dull. These pair up perfectly with these lights. When you've got rain coming towards you, instead of the rain glaring, you can actually see straight through it. So I thoroughly recommend that you get a set of these goggles. But yeah, this is my night riding setup. I think it's very, very effective. I have no trouble riding in the nighttime. I actually really enjoy it because the trails are all empty. But the one thing that I don't enjoy about the winter is all this mud. But yeah, so what we'll do now is I'll end the video, and yeah, see you in the next one. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed the video and found it useful, please drop me a comment, leave a like, and consider subscribing. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. So yeah, it'd really do me a favor. As always, feel free to follow me on Instagram if you've got any questions or you need any help or advice. We also have TikTok. Both accounts are @StingyRoger with 2 R's. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you next week.